Hey everyone, Gabriel here from Sky Scaling, and in today's video, I would like to go over one of our clients' campaign results. And this client in question is actually Lisa, which I posted a video testimonial from Lisa a few weeks ago now. And in today's video, I'll basically be breaking down the whole campaign metrics and how Lisa was able to generate almost $20,000 in commission in a few months of working with Sky Scaling. So here's the exact breakdown of that campaign. So Lisa has spent $2,045.96 on the client acquisition campaign that we are obviously running for Lisa. Number of impressions, 105,000 impressions. The click-through rate all is 2.23%, which is very good. And our link click-through rate is just a bit over 1%, which is also very good. So usually this will give you, or is a good indicator of how good your ad creative is at catching people's attention, and also a good indicator of how well you are targeting your audience. In this campaign in question, our main target audience was self-employed people. So we try to target people that are self-employed, and we try to get them to purchase living benefits. Okay. And that's how Lisa was able to generate basically all the revenue from this campaign, is by working with entrepreneurs or people that are self-employed. And we've been able to generate 104 leads at $19.67 per lead. Okay. So again, the amount spent, $2,045.96, 104 leads that were acquired from this campaign. So we ask, I want to say, between 4 to 5 questions usually on our forms, just to make sure that our prospects are qualified and they actually know what they're kind of getting themselves into, right? Cost per lead, again, $19.67. Appointments generated from this campaign, 51. Now, keep in mind, yes, 51 is a really big number. It's almost half the leads. But we have to consider that the no-show, the no-show rate is probably, 40-50%. So maybe, 20 something people actually showed up to an actual call with Lisa. Cost per appointment, $40 again. That might be, I want to say maybe, 50%, 60% higher than what it is. Revenue from the campaign, just about $20,000. I don't know the exact revenue to the dot, but Lisa did tell me that it was around $20,000. And return on investment on the ad spend is 977%. So if you do 20,000 divided by $2,045, that will give you the return on investment percentage. Okay. And here's the actual appointment reporting. So to show proof that 51 people did actually book a call. And this is in the Living Benefits Discovery Call with Lisa calendar. And if we see 35 booked themselves, and then 16 might have been from our AI assistant or Lisa calling the leads and booking them in herself. Okay. So here's the appointment reporting section. And now the real question, how does it work? How were we able to basically use the system and get those people to book calls in Lisa's calendar and actually show up and become clients for Lisa? Well, it's a really simple system that we use. It's the exact same system that I use for Sky Scaling in our own business. And it's what I use for clients. So we built a system for insurance agents, more specifically people in the life insurance niche. And here's how the system works. So number one, we'll run ads on your behalf. So we run all the marketing for all of our clients, whether you're doing recruiting, client acquisition. Client acquisition could be basic life insurance, final expense. You want to work with high net worth individuals. We have basically campaigns and ads for all of that. So we run all the marketing on your behalf. And so I know there's different companies kind of teach you how to run the ads and maybe, give you the content and have you run your own ads. I've tried that a few years ago, and that was not, that was a complete nightmare actually. So we now run all the marketing for all of our clients. Now, once this prospect sees your ad, some people will obviously be interested. They'll click on the ad, and that's when they'll have to go through a survey or a form to make sure that your prospect is actually qualified. Once that prospect fills out the form, they get generated to the CRM, which is the Sky Scaling CRM, which is what you'll be able to use to manage your prospects. Once your prospect fills out a form, they automatically get redirected to your booking page, where your prospects or interested prospects can then automatically book themselves into your calendar. Okay, super simple. Now, your prospect has two options once they get to your calendar page. They can either book a call or not. It's literally that simple. It's one or the other. So if your prospect goes ahead and books a meeting, well, hopefully they get the call. Hopefully they get the confirmation messages and show up. Now, on the other hand, if your prospect decides not to book a meeting, this is where your AI assistant comes into play. So by working with Skyscaling, you get your own AI assistant that will reach out via text message a few minutes later if your prospect doesn't book a meeting. So again, if your prospect doesn't book a call, a few minutes later, ding, they get a text message on their phone. That message or that AI assistant will try to engage in a conversation with your prospect to get them to respond, qualify them a bit more, and then hopefully get them to book a meeting. Your AI assistant will follow up for up to 4 months. So there's 10 follow-ups in total. If you don't account for the qualification question and the initial message, there's 8. It's an 8-step follow-up, but in total there's 10 messages that get sent to your prospect, which goes on for, again, duration of 120 days, which is 4 months. And that AI assistant will usually get you an additional 20-30% booking in your calendar. Again, depends on if you're doing recruiting or client acquisition. Recruiting, the numbers are a lot higher because obviously it's a lot more incentivizing for people to, learn more about opportunity that can help them make more money than it is for someone to buy insurance. And that's how you'll be getting your meetings scheduled into your calendar. Once you get those, obviously those bookings, you show up to your calls, you do what you do best, which is hopefully close the deal. And then once you have those new clients, new recruits, you can build a referral market, which is also how Skyscaling grows a lot. We get a lot of referrals from happy clients, and that's how you can grow the business exponentially faster. Okay, so it's a really simple process. Again, we basically run ads. People see the ads, click on the ads, go through a qualification process. Once they qualify, they get redirected to your booking page. They either book or don't. If they book a meeting, good. Hopefully they show up. If they don't, AI assistant reaches out, tries to get them to engage in a conversation and get them to book a meeting that way, which is how you'll be getting your meeting scheduled in your calendar. Very simple process, but essentially this is the system. And obviously there's a lot more to this. We have a whole funnel built out for insurance agents. Obviously I'm just kind of grazing the surface on the system, but our tools are, extremely well built on, the calendar page. We have a video that people have to watch, which is about a minute video that will, obviously build intent and motivate people to show up to the calls. We even have videos on the funnel page, which is where people qualify. And all those videos are especially, specifically tailored for the insurance, whether it's for recruiting or life insurance products. So very simple process, but this is how, obviously some of our clients are getting results like these. Now, if you are in the insurance business, okay, if you're most specifically in the life insurance, or if you work with combined, we also help with accident and sickness, but that's all we do. Life insurance, ANS, that's really it. Or obviously recruiting is also an aspect of this business. If you're interested, you need help, whether it's because your, warm market is exhausted, or you just want to scale the business. Maybe you just want to have a secondary source of leads and you just want to scale more than what you're doing now. It's really simple. All you have to do, I'll put a link below to our calendar page. You can go ahead, book a meeting with our team. There's going to be a first kind of quick triage call, which is what we call them. We'll see if you qualify for our services. And if you do, we'll obviously tell you a bit more about the Skyscaling program. But we'd be very happy to hear about your business and how you're currently growing, and if there's even space for you to grow with us. So again, it's been Gabriel from Skyscaling. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you have any questions, again, feel free to book a call with our team. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and bye-bye.